into fifth gear right here. Coming to the line, he's going for this, trying to get the lead from Vickers.
Yeah, you can really use the draft here. That's the thing. This is a fun play, especially when you have the speeds not as high as you have in the Cup cars. We see Kyle Busch trying to make that move to the bottom.
Now, right there in the bottom of this racetrack, it's about a couple degrees less banking down there. You'll see a lot of guys as the race goes on get that left front down there, trying to de-wedge their car, get that front end to turn a little bit better. But it changes. They can do it 3 and 4, 1 and 2. But DJ, what was your favorite corner when you were driving?
I really like coming through 3 and 4 here. It was a lot of fun. I think so many places that you could go. As we see Brad Keselowski up on the outside here trying to make a move. And I think that's what I like, was you could get those guys on the bottom. But I really like being on the bottom of the racetrack. It was just fun to me to make that work. But they really have a hard time doing that for an entire run in these cars. You can see the draft right there. He was just able to go right by Greg Biffle.
It looks like the 88's helping Ryan Newman in the 5.
Got contact.
Almost. Oh, save it.
Bain.
Oh, he almost saved it. It was his hard.
Wow.
Well, that's not what Carl's looking for here. He's trying to make up points on Kyle Busch. This is going to be a bad day right here.
Yeah, talked about how he made this race kind of his charge towards trying to win the championship last year. And
did a great job of trying to save the car, and it just ran out of room.
All right, guys, let's go to the garage here.
Trevor Bayne right off the bat, qualified well, started second. He's got in this wreck right now. This is a hot, slick track right now. We talked, it's about 85 to 90 degrees out there right now. And guys, the track temperature is probably over 140 degrees. So it's real hot, real slick. And this is a real good driver right here. And if he couldn't handle that slick track, there's not many that can. So it's going to be an interesting day.
I think that's the one thing you might see in Trevor Bayne, 18 years old, his first time. Let's watch, see if he doesn't get a little bit loose. He's in a situation here right in the middle. You can see he gets loose, goes up the track, and gets into Carl. Looked like they both might be able to save it right here at this point.
But Carl gets up in that extreme high line where there's been no traffic at all, and he gets in his marbles and loses it, gets back down into Trevor, and then makes that hard contact in the safer barrier.
Well, does that come from having to run those cars so loose because you're on tires so long? They just start these things so free with the tires down. Is that catch a young guy like that?
Yeah, I think definitely it has to have something to do with it, and then just not having that experience to maybe not go quite as hard right now as what you have to, because you just don't have to be doing all of that. We ride along here. You can see Carl wasn't,
outside it.
He was just taking his line into the corner. The 99 car got up and into him.
I tell you, that's too bad for Bayne. This kid's a good driver. He's been qualifying well, running up front, but that time, you could see, guys, he went in there 3 wide in the middle, just got loose.
Let's watch your son go through this, Rusty.
Let me close my eyes first, okay?
It's close.
Oh, man, I tell you what, that's tough watching that stuff. It really is.
Well, we got in a couple of laps before we got to our first caution, but that means we'll have double file restart when we come back.
Bring it on.
We are under caution early here in Michigan. A minute to check our motorsports calendar. Lucas Oil NHRA Nationals from Brainerd, Minnesota, qualifying tonight, 6 Eastern ESPN2. That's right after NASCAR. And then got some finals tomorrow, 10 Eastern, also ESPN2. Don't forget the NASCAR Now pre-race edition presented by 5 Hour Energy tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern time. And the post-race wrap-up from Michigan, late night, 1 a.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Our coverage of the Sprint Cup Series race is the Carfax 400 in Michigan tomorrow at 1 Eastern time, starting with NASCAR Countdown, and the NASCAR Nationwide Series after today's race moves to Thunder Valley next Friday night from Bristol, 7:30 Eastern on ESPN2. Want some racing? We got it all over the ESPN networks. So first caution came out at lap 3 when Trevor Bayne in the 99 was in the middle of a 3-wide situation with Brad Coleman below him and Carl Edwards outside of him. Now that 99 car needing to be repaired while they tow Carl Edwards' car back to the garage after their crash in turns 1 and 2. Boys in the booth, another look at this one. Bayne, a young guy in the middle of a 3-wide spot.
Yeah, it's not the best place for a young driver making his first start here, but let's watch this again, guys. We were talking about this. I was kind of ready to give Trevor Bayne most of the blame here, but I'm not sure Carl Edwards doesn't come down a little bit.
Yeah, he's way up on that outside lane, and you see him cutting across, trying to get that angle, and he does. He crowds Trevor Bayne just a little bit, and this is, like you said, Rusty, an early part of the race. The cars are really loose, and he gets into Carl just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think Trevor could actually pull the wheel down at that point. The cars are just too free right there, and he just had to hold his line. Whoa!
Oh, my.
You see that?
Your other car just snuck through there.
And
there goes the other one.
Oh,
I almost lost a lot of money there.
Yeah, you did.
But Rusty, as a dad, what do you feel when you see Steven going through a hole like that?
Well, I'm happy right now, Ray, but my gosh, look at this. There's one of the cars they own almost get clipped right there. And here's the other one, parting the seas right there. I mean, enough's enough. Now, you guys just calm down. Just finish this race and get some points and have a good day, man. That's a hot one out there. These guys are going to have to figure out how to get these cars hooked up because it is hot, it is slick, and it's nasty, and they better get them hooked up.
Welcome back to the Carfax 250 at Michigan. We're right along with Kyle Busch, who actually may be breathing a little bit easier right now after Carl Edwards involved in that first caution flag in lap 2. Here you can see the points. That's as of right now, obviously, if Carl Edwards can get his car back out there, but that's a big hit. Carl Edwards hasn't had a DNF since 2008 at Darlington. So
339 points, Andy. I mean, that is such a big hit right now. I mean, that's catastrophic to this team. I mean, we talked about him being a second-half driver, really picking up momentum as the year goes on, and he was really looking forward to this race.
Yeah, it's a decisive part of this championship right there. Losing that many points is probably going to put him in a position of just going out and trying to win some races from here to the end of the season.
Yeah, it's not something that can't be done, but it's very rarely done in this sport.
Yeah, talking about that, let's listen in to Kyle Busch and his team.
Okay, nothing stupid the rest of the day here, bud. You know the big picture here. Nothing close on pit road. You know the game. We're just running all the laps. We're going to get the best finish we can. Big picture now.
So, Ray, one thing I'm wondering about right now, I'm thinking about Carl Edwards. At this point, he's 339 points behind. As a crew chief, are there things you wanted to try but you felt like you couldn't try as far as setups, kind of off-the-wall stuff that now he's got the ability to throw to it and go for it, get aggressive with some things you wouldn't have nerve to do in the past?
Well, when I get done slamming my tape measures around in the toolbox after a day like this, you know, we're going to probably think about what we can do to gain the most points that we can. And all you can do, you hate to wish anybody bad luck, but all you can do is hope that the guy that you're racing has trouble like you have.
Yeah, but one other thing is Kyle Busch still has to finish this race and not come in looking like this before the day's over, before he actually has a big point lead. Jamie, you with Carl Edwards?
Yeah, the birthday boy turned 30 today, and not the surprise you were looking for, Carl. You guys were 3 wide. What happened?
Well, I saw the replay, and at first I thought, well, they must have got together and slid up, but it definitely looks like I didn't give Trevor enough room. You know, we all went in the corner there, and I assumed that everybody, you know, the 20 car, whoever was on the very inside was going to go to the bottom. And I was thinking about the rest of the corner and just drove down in there, and I kind of pinched him down. I hope his car is not torn up too bad. It's too bad for my guys. Save a lot, Ford, Scott's, everybody that came here and has worked so hard today. It's very frustrating. But, man, just early in the race, and I probably should have been being a little more cautious.
Well, maybe you guys can get it back together and get back out on the track. Otherwise, guys, this would be his first DNF since 2008.
You know, guys, as we get ready to go back to green here, that's what you have to admire about Carl Edwards. He saw that, took the blame for it, took it off of everybody else. Sometimes you just make mistakes. Doesn't matter how good you are.
No, it's class act right there.
Oh, look here, guys.
Now Brian Vickers has chosen the outside on this restart.
Yep.
Let's see how this works out with Kyle Busch on the inside.
He's going to have to hold him down there as they go through the corner. If this 18 car can get clear, it's going to be hard to do right here.
That's a tall order. Brian Vickers' car's been good. That's the line that he was running the entire time. He makes it work coming out of turn 2. Shannon?
Well, guys, that's exactly right. The big discussion under that caution flag was which line to take. He started the race on the inside, but the team obviously opted to go to the outside. Their biggest concern was that 18 and the jump that they saw him get at the start of the race.
Yeah, this will be interesting as we go through the day. We see David Reagan trying to take that second spot away from Kyle Busch. Here comes the 16 of Greg Biffle down on the inside, Jeff Burton on the high side.
It does look like this high side is the preferred lane now with the track as slick as it is.
Hey, this momentum we talked about earlier, guys. I mean, Ray, with this horsepower way down on these cars and have to keep them wound up, I mean, I think I'd be telling my driver, hey, buddy, stay to the top side. These things need to run. They need to breathe a little bit. Need to get wound up. The top side's where you need to do it.
Yeah, you know, and I wonder if there was a little extra confidence there because he saw the guys take a little extra time to clear that oil up there. They worked on the speedy drive for an extra lap so that we could have a good side-by-side restart.
This is a position we see Greg Biffle down on the inside as we ride along here. You can see how it's tough for the cars on the inside to make that run on the high side, Rusty, because it's a lot easier for those guys. And as with Carl Edwards out, you know, it gives an opportunity. Brad Keselowski's now looking, hey, I might can get to second. Gives me a better chance of winning the race. That's one less guy I have to outrun. And Jason Leffler's sitting back there. So these guys have a better opportunity.
Oh, they're all smelling blood right now. I mean, one of them fell, and they just went for him to get all the position, all the money they possibly can. I mean, you see that out of all these guys. Just take a look at Kevin Harvick, man. Just just darted the bottom side of Greg Biffle right there. He's got a fast car.
He sure does. Does a switch go off in the driver's mind to make sure, to change your mind, change your mode, your line, that just tells you to go?
Well, I mean, it happens when you see somebody else have problems. You want to take advantage of that.
Yeah, you see Denny Hamlin here. But, yeah, I think, Ray, that's a good question. But I think you watch other cars, and sometimes somebody might put you in a position that you weren't running, whether they move you up the racetrack or down the racetrack, and a light comes on kind of said, hey, my car felt better right there. I've made a little bit more speed. So sometimes it's dictated by others as we watch Denny Hamlin take that spot away. Dave?
And guys, Denny Hamlin is in this ride because J.D. Gibbs, his Cup owner, approved it because his agent got involved and because CJM Racing wanted some evaluation of this race car. As we watch the battle for the lead, Denny's job is to find out for CJM Racing, hey, is this equipment up where it needs to be? And crew chief Paul Wolf told me when we started going up the charts in practice, I was a little bit surprised and it made me a little bit nervous, but it also made me happy that we're building race cars that can go.
I can add to that too, Dave. I was talking to Jason Radcliffe down in the garage after happy hour yesterday, and felt like the 18 car was good, which we see is very good. He's working on Brian Vickers hard for this lead. And I said, if you have the car to beat, I said, who do you think is, if you don't have the car to beat, who do you think you're going to have to beat to win this race? And he said, it's probably going to be Denny Hamlin in that 11. He said, we put the bodies on for him, and now they got one of our drivers. He said, they're going to be hard to beat.
And guys, we're watching David Reagan come on up there in the 6 car drafting up behind those guys. They were talking about, whoa, the 32 and the 18 almost get together there.
And Kyle Busch right there.
And what kind of move is that right there? Is that just to break that wind, that draft?
Breaks the draft. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what you're trying to do is get as far away as you can, and that's the 20th race in a row that Kyle Busch has led. So now he owns that record in the Nationwide Series.
And on this type of track, you can go below that yellow line. Daytona, Talladega, you can't make a move like that, else NASCAR bring in, penalize you, but no rules in this type of place.
You can see he got right up against him, and that actually draws that car back that you're trying to pass. It actually stalls it out a little bit, and then you try to break the rest of that and get as far away so he can't get back to your quarter panel. Kyle Busch is really good at that. Obviously now is stretching things out.
Take a look at Reed Sorensen right there and Stephen Wallace running side by side. Last time I saw Reed in a Nationwide car, he finished second over there at St. Louis, I believe it was. He's won there before. Had a great run for James Finch. He's given his car another good run today.
He just took the 13th spot away from Stephen Wallace.
I'd like to hear what the drivers got to say about this track right now, because all week long they've been talking about how slick it is out there, slipping and sliding everywhere. And this track's getting a little bumpy right now, starting to wear out, Dan.
Yeah, but as they've gotten things kind of settled down here and strung out a little bit more, we see more of the guys go to the bottom to shorten this racetrack up. You can see Kyle Busch, Brian Vickers, they're right on the bottom of the racetrack now. We see Vickers here in second, falling back a little bit. Matter of fact, he's under fire to David Reagan for that spot now. Shannon?
That's right. He looks like he's about to lose that position to David Reagan. But most recently, Brian Vickers radioed into his crew, told him that he saw some smoke coming from somewhere. Thinks he may have a tire rub, guys.
Well, it doesn't look like he's got a tire rub right now. I don't see any smoke coming off anything. But if he smells it inside the car, that's a different story.
Yeah, he could be rubbing one of those front tires on the top of the fender, and you can smell that smoke. Wouldn't be anything really to worry about, because if you're rubbing the top side of that tire, it's very thick. The tread rubber is, and you don't have to worry about it. But, boy, he's getting a little bit loose right through here.
I'll tell you one thing I'm liking to see right now. You see the 32 car Vickers working the top side of that track. You see Kyle Busch. A lot of times you can drive down to that flatter portion of the track at both ends of this racetrack and get a little grip down there. And sometimes, if it gets too loose, you got to go back to the top of the track. That's one good thing about Michigan. It's a cool thing here.
Yeah, you see Vickers moving around the top side. Now, he actually is smelling that tire rubbing, and it may be more when he's putting more wheel into it if he has a little fender rub. So if you go to the top, you really don't have to turn the wheel as much. So he's smart enough to figure that out. Maybe he doesn't smell it up there, and that's a good sign as a driver.
Well, the way I see his car handling, looks like it's sliding through the corners. He might be smelling the smoke coming off the tires on the track.
Well, he's trying to go back and take that second spot away. Kyle Busch is pulled out to about a 5-car length lead.
It's no surprise I won't be
Tomorrow, join us for the Carfax 400 from Michigan on ESPN, starting at 1 Eastern Time with NASCAR Countdown, presented by Degree V12. 4 races to go in the race to the chase. Some of the Bubble Boys, like Kyle Busch, got some work to do. Kyle starting way back in 39th spot tomorrow, while Mark Martin and Brian Vickers are on the front row, hoping to find a way into NASCAR's playoffs. It's the Carfax 400 in Michigan, 1 Eastern Time, ESPN on Sunday. 22 laps into today's NASCAR Nationwide Series race. New leader Brian Vickers. More on that in a moment. This is our backseat drivers coverage. Our 5 NASCAR champion analysts all gathered together. 4 of them up in the booth without the traditional play-by-play announcer to talk around like they might sitting around a table watching a race. Boys, what have you been seeing?
Well, we saw a pass for the lead, and it was really what DJ was talking about before. Brian Vickers had to change his line because if he had a tire smoke and changed his line, found something up there, went to the top and just went blowing by everybody again, took the lead back from Kyle Busch, and has been driving away because he had to move because of a problem.
Yeah, sometimes you think drivers are really smart and they make that move. Sometimes it's just forced there, either by another car or by circumstances, and Brian Vickers is making this work. He has blown by Kyle Busch, and then David Reagan actually saw that and has taken over the second spot from Kyle Busch.
Well, Andy, I got to tell you a real quick story. I was talking to Richard Petty. I used to say, Richard, when you were driving, why'd you run right on against that wall? I said, well, Rusty, if I'm in the bottom of the track and something goes wrong, I shoot right to the top and I hit the wall. I want to be up at the top of the wall in case something goes wrong. It doesn't hurt near as bad.
I have to agree with him. We see Keselowski trying to take this night spot away from Greg Biffle. Now, he's on the other end of the spectrum. He's right on the bottom of the racetrack trying to make that work. That's where it makes it difficult from the bottom trying to come off the corner.
I've not seen really one car be able to pass down there, make a good competitive pass on the bottom of the racetrack since we put laps on the tires. Now that the track's kind of slickened up and you got some laps on the tires, the top groove really does look like the preferred line. And if Keselowski can pull this off, he's got a great handling car.
But, Andy, you got to be careful up there. I mean, that's another Richard Petty story. I said, well, every now and then, if you're so close to the wall, don't you every now and then slide and hit that wall? He goes, oh, yeah, by the way, that's another problem.
Yeah.
We see a lot of guys be right against that wall and make one little slip, and, man, they tear the right side off that thing.
That's what the driver, that's what you love about this racetrack, just what we're seeing right there. You saw Ryan Newman, Greg Biffle, and Brad Keselowski all running basically a little bit different line, and you could do that here, and you could get around here in about the same amount of time.
And what's cool about that, you got one guy on the bottom, one guy on the top, and when they come on the straightaway, somebody's got to get in line. And I heard Brendan Gaughan call it the Michigan merge. He said when you're swinging up there and you can't see the guy, you're really hoping your spotter's on the ball.
How about this guy right here, guys? He's merging in traffic. He gained 21 spots since the race started.
Yeah, talking about David Rudiman in that 10 car. You see our in-race reporter, Justin Allgaier, there. He's trying to take the spot away from Stephen Wallace.
Rudiman's got this thing on the move now.
He does. We were really surprised that he qualified that far back and really didn't have it seem like he had a good practice session yesterday. But you had to know with what he's been able to do here in the past, and he likes to go fast, that he was going to have this thing in the wind. Vince?
That's exactly right. Up 21 spots since the start of this race when he started 36. So he on the move indeed. Really happy with his race car. And everybody's fighting a little bit of loose or a little bit of tight depending on where you are on the racetrack, whether you're on the low groove or the high groove, one into the track or the other. But Rudiman's car working nicely, and when you pick up 21 spots, there's not a whole lot to complain about here in the early going.
Oh yeah, and he's got a teammate out here today too. Wait a minute, he's leading the race. They might have a pretty good setup for here.
Well, that's some pretty good information to work with when you got a teammate that's that fast. Hey, what do you got in your car? I want that in mine right now.
These two guys still battling for that ninth spot.
This has got to be frustrating for Keselowski, knowing he's got a fast car, and if he could just make this pass and get clear, he could probably start making some ground.
Yeah, Rusty, I was telling you, you were asking me what I'd like to go around it. I'd really like to be on that yellow line most of the time going around here. But, you know, the Cup cars had so much more horsepower, you could make that work a lot easier, as we now see Brad Keselowski making this pass finally. He worked it on the bottom. Was that your favorite spot?
Well, you know, I had a couple favorite spots, but I really like the feel off of turn 4. We can really get that car wound up in the top side of the racetrack. But the thing I didn't like is if I tried to be on the top side off of turn 2, as you exit the corner, the racetrack really falls out from underneath you, and boy, that front end takes off on you. And I pounded that wall a couple times. So I tend to be a little bit of a bottom feeder in turn 1 and 2, and the top in 3 and 4.
Brad doing a nice job here moving forward today.
That car has been strong. I mean, he's won some races here late. Won the inaugural race at Iowa Speedway. Did a great job there.
Justin Allgaier starting to try to make that top side work too. You can see he had Rudiman right behind him as he has moved around now. Stephen Wallace and gone into the 13th spot. David Rudiman following right along with him. So these guys have come from back in the high 20s and 30s to move their way forward. And if they can get a caution and get them back closer, they seem to have cars as fast as a lot of the guys up front.
Guys, talking about caution, we're lap 29 right now. I mean, This first pit stop, it's got to be a 3 or 4 laps less than what we would normally see. Andy, and Ray, when do you think the first stop's going to come?
Well, the fuel cycle here is about 44, 45 laps, I guess, right, Andy? So you'd take 3 laps away from that, and when add the cautions back in, they're probably going to be in that 42 lap range.
I'll say sometime right after lap 40, we'll see him coming down pit road.
With Brian Vickers still leading, David Reagan second, Kyle Busch third, Denny Hamlin and Brad Coleman in the top 5.
Hey, pit stops are getting ready to come up here pretty soon, guys. And one thing I'm concerned about, Dale, this place will really mislead you. When you get ready to make a pit stop here, it's such an easy entry off the racetrack down pit road, man. I've come down there before running close to 200 miles an hour and hit pit road, slide right through those commitment cones. It'll bust you for that.
Yeah, you really have to be careful. You want to keep your speed up all the way around the corner, but pit road comes up on you, that commitment line, really quickly, so you really have to be careful. We see Brian Vickers still running the top side of this racetrack, and we even heard that Brad Coleman, who's doing a great job up in the 5th spot here, that he was practicing pit stops. They're coming onto pit road yesterday.
And one thing you got to be careful of is if you're racing other cars and you've got a group of cars around you, you're getting ready to make that pit stop, you've got to let them know that you're making it, and you got to know where they are. But we got one driver down there struggling a little bit with that, don't we, Dave?
Well, seeing in general, Andy, that is for sure. That's Kevin Harvick. Part of the way through this run, he radioed that he may have lost his left side mirror. In fact, he said it flew off. The crew confirms that that is indeed gone. Tim Brewer is in our Craftsman Tech Garage. Brewer, I thought these guys were supposed to be looking ahead, not behind them. What are those mirrors for?
You're exactly right, Dave. When the driver's head's back in this area, he's got the headrest on both sides. So he can glance up at this mirror, look out the windshield, but this mirror that he has over on this left door bar, that mirror, that's going to conduct a view right back down in this area to the left side. So when a guy pulls up on the inside of him, he can actually see him. Just glance over to that left side, gives you a lot of information. But right now, Kevin Harvick, he's got to rely on his spotter upstairs for all the news that he's getting inside the car.
Yeah, that actually started, those mirrors started happening. I know I started running one at Daytona, was really the first time that I ever ran a left side mirror, just so because things were so tight there. Well, if it was a good idea there, as we see Denny Hamlin up here trying to take the third spot away from Kyle Busch. But I said, why not run it at other places if it can be beneficial? So just gives you another little idea. And with the seats now wrapping around you as much, I think that has a lot to do with it, Ray.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. I mean, that's a good point that they've made the head and neck restraints and the seats much bigger and protect the guys. And that little spot, that little mirror up there on the vent bar gives them a lot more vision that you used to have right over your shoulder.
You see Kyle Busch pointing out the window to Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin, this 11 car, has been one of the fastest cars on the racetrack the last 5 or 6 laps, and now Kyle Busch just waves his hand and says, take the spot. We'll see what you've got here. It looks like Kyle trying to come back on the inside.
Yeah, that's something right there you could see that he let Denny go. When Denny had already driven down into the corner, wasn't able to get back to the throttle. Kyle actually let off to let him go and then got back to the throttle and got a better run. So we'll see if he
might have learned something.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Brian Vickers is still our leader, and I think he's ready for a pit stop. Let's listen into his radio.
I think he's talking about the downforce in the front end. These cars running coil by mean the front end's locked on the ground, so maybe he's got the thing traveling so far that the right front fender is actually touching the top of the tire, and that's going to be a hard thing to fix right there.
It will be hard to fix, and even if you do get it fixed, it can actually hurt the performance. I mean, the idea is to put that thing as close as you can to rubbing without rubbing. So if you try to raise it up and you get it too high, you can actually lose a lot of performance. Dave?
And Andy, Denny believes he may have gotten into Kyle enough to adjust the front end of that car. He wants his crew to take a close look at it and maybe see if he punctured some things in there on the front end. I'm not sure if you guys were talking about his fender or another. I couldn't hear you right then, but he definitely wants him to double check it when he comes down pit road.
Yeah, Dave, you can see that when they were battling just a minute ago and Denny Hamlin was trying to take that spot away, you get over and try to get as close to that car as you possibly can, but it looked like they might have had a little contact here. Oh, definitely.
It definitely gave a little kiss right there. There's no doubt about that. And that's not what you want to do, because that right front fender is really critical for downforce, but I don't think he hurt it too much at all.
No, he might have been a little bit loose and wanted to tuck that thing in when he said adjust it. You know, if you bend it in a little bit, you get tighter. But that's one of the biggest difference between these Nationwide cars and the Cup cars, right? You still have some leeway under the bumper to change the angle of the air dam. You've got an overall measurement, but these guys have, each car can be a little bit different. They're not the same like a Cup car. Isn't that correct, Rusty?
Oh, yeah. There's always a little bit of difference. I mean, the Cup cars have got the tolerances are very small. It's really hard to make them much different, but the Nationwide cars, they can definitely do that. Vince?
Well, it's interesting that the 11 car was talking about maybe connecting with the 18, but Kyle Busch had said nothing. And Jason Ratcliffe, the crew chief for Kyle, I asked him, could he get together with the 11? He said, I don't know. We got on the radio to Kyle, and he said, did you rub a little fender there? And Kyle said, no, I'm fine. So no sweat on the 18, but he has been complaining about the car being a little tight. So as you said, maybe it'd help him out a little, guys.
It was just a love tap. It was a very small contact that probably didn't hurt either car. Matter of fact, Kyle maybe didn't even feel it.
Yeah, probably not. In our picture there, you can see just in the front of it, David Reagan, who's at that second spot occupied right now. These guys are starting to close back in on him a little bit. He had pulled away for a while. Here's Ryan Newman in the 5 car. We're getting word that he may be ready to hit pit road. We're right at that time, I think, with the caution laps and everything. Here he comes.
Yep, he's down gearing right here. And this is a critical part. You want to get down to pit road speed, but you want to do it as late as possible right here.
You got Kevin Harvick coming in, too, right in front of Newman. So they're all starting to hit pit road now.
Right rear, half in the left rear.
Lap 41, just like you guys said. Dave?
And Kevin Harvick complaining that the back end of the car was loose. That is a condition that he's been battling all race weekend long. They'll change 4 tires, make an air pressure adjustment. Jamie?
Ryan Newman in the 5 car said he's free getting in. Half pound of air pressure on all 4 tires. A wedge adjustment on the right rear, guys, for the 5. Vince?
The 10 car of David Rudiman is in. Rudiman having a good day. Car's getting better in the center, he said, but they're going to make a right side track bar adjustment.
Tell you what, that car's been pretty good. These guys got to get it. Here comes Brad Coleman now in the 20 car for his stop.
See how that practice yesterday paid off for him getting on the pit road. Shannon?
Well, you guys heard Brad Coleman say in the pre-race show that they practiced coming into pit road. They knew fuel mileage and pit road was going to be an important place today. Right now, Brad says that the car is loose. They're going to try to tighten it up with a wedge adjustment. You saw that wrench in the back window and air pressure, and it's 4 tires for this 20 team.
What? Tell you what, guys, you can't stay out there too long right now. These guys staying on the racetrack, these guys with new tires coming out of the pits are going to end up lapping them when they pit. This is a really critical time, and from what I'm seeing, there's a lot of guys going to go a lap down here.
Kyle Busch, they're making a chassis adjustment there on the right side. Going to go with 4 tires as well. Kyle says the car has been getting tight as the run went on. Was very good early on, but tightened up, and you saw him get passed by several cars. And now the 38 of Jason Leffler is in as well. Leffler complained early in the run about losing grip in the front end, then was not having any grip in the back end, so he was a mess at that point. Needed a 4-tire exchange and tire pressure adjustment.
Caution's out right now. We had a car, the 40 car, smoking.
Yeah, Scott Wimmer looks like he had an engine problem right there in the middle of 3 and 4, right in the middle of pit stops.
Ryan Vickers had come on the pit road. He's going to go ahead and make his stop.
Which that's a good move. That's what he needs to do right here. He got on pit road before it was closed. Shannon?
Hey, yeah, guys, they are going to take a look at that left front tire. Brian Vickers still thinks he has the tire rub, but right now the biggest problem is tight through the center. They'll try to fix that with some air pressure. Now, this 32 team has not been to victory lane since Lowe's last year, and they want to get one today.
We see Vickers getting off of pit road now. We're going to see who gets picked up as a leader. Should be David Reagan.
Yeah, he and Hamlin, Keselowski, and Biffle. Reed Sorensen, top 5 guys. Jason Allgaier also sitting there in 6th, at all not pitted. So it's really going to work a little bit for them somewhat, but against them a little bit, because they're going to come out behind the guys, Kyle Busch and them, that had not pitted. I don't think there'll be a lap down there. So here's all the reason for our caution.
Yeah, you see the water just spewing out of the overflow of Scott Wimmer's car.
Let's watch as he goes into turn 3 here. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, right in front of the leader there.
He did a good job holding on to that thing and driving that car straight, not trying to turn it while that oil and his fluids are coming out.
Daniel Quinn in the 01 does a good job of driving through the smoke.
We're hearing that the 11 may have a problem. What's up, Dave?
Wow. We're going to have to get some more information and go back to Brewer in the tech center because Denny had... Yeah, nope, it's broke. He said it's definitely broken.
All the way off.
Well, and now see, that's even more news. He had no gears. He could find none. Then it came back, and now, as you just heard him say, the shifter is broken off. This team was going to the front, guys, and it's a huge disappointment to have that happen.
Well, guys, is that not the second time that's happened to him this year where the shifter broke off of a race car?
Pull it up out to see if it's just a handle that it broke the bolts off.
He's trying to get down to the bottom of it. Whether it broke the lever or the shift mechanism itself is what they're trying to get to the bottom of. If it's just a lever, they can fix that real quick or just pop it in high gear and deal with it.
Grips.
Well, Ray, I heard what you just said about the second time this year, and I believe we did have a problem with Denny Hamlin, but as they got it in the garage area, found out the drive shaft actually had a problem with that. They ended up tearing the shifter up and all kind of problems. But yeah, second time he's had a drivetrain problem right now, and you got to believe that his crew chief in the Cup Series is watching this going, what's going on now? This is 2 times. We can't have that happen again.
Let's go down to Tim Brewer and let him show you what we're talking about here.
Thanks, DJ. A lot of the guys get a bad habit of trying to lighten all this stuff up, so they'll actually scallop the handles out. And like Andy says, we don't know if the handle itself broke or something in the transmission in this area broke, but a lot of guys use this steel shifter. It weighs a little bit more, but risk is lightening the shifter handle up. Reward is a steel deal. DJ?
Thanks, Tim. We've got the drivers that didn't make their pit stops there on pit road now. Vince?
Greg Biffle, car's tight, right rear wedge, 4 tires and fuel to make it better. Shannon?
The 6 car of David Reagan, he is tight. They're going to make a small track bar adjustment. And you see Brad Keselowski at the bottom. He's fighting loose conditions. They are also making a track bar adjustment in 4 tires.
See the race off here. Not a lot of cars on the lead lap that hadn't already pitted.
Okay, what we're going to see here is we're going to see some car get the lucky dog break, and we'll see some cars get waved around before we go green. And the 11 car just still slow.
Yeah, this is one of the guys that had an opportunity to win this race today, but has had a mechanical problem once again. So we'll get more information on that when we get back.
The NASCAR Nationwide Series racing at Michigan. Early trouble for championship contender Carl Edwards. He is in the garage. His day done early. And then the caution waving just recently in the middle of a series of green flag pit stops when Scott Wimmer's engine let loose. And Denny Hamlin finding himself with a broken transmission and climbing from his car back in the garage area. We will investigate that in just a minute. Caution in the middle of the green flag pit stops. I understand that emotion. Caution in the middle of the green flag pit stops has left Brian Vickers with the race lead now, as you see him again choosing the outside lane for the double up, and 14 cars took the wave around. Guys that had stopped before the caution came out that were trapped basically between the pace car and the leader. You see them all here. Let's see. You got Brad Coleman going by. You got Mike Bliss going by. You got Kevin Harvick, Jeff Burton, Jason Leffler, Ryan Newman, David Ruderman, Stephen Wallace, and more. And by the way, Trevor Bayne, one of those guys who these pit stops worked out for. He had not yet made a green flag pit stop because he'd been on pit road earlier for repairs. He's back in 8th place after the early contact in that 99 car. So we're doubled up. We're getting ready to go. This restart is going to come as we get to just the lap 50 mark. Brian Vickers leads, Kyle Busch second, David Reagan third, Brad Keselowski fourth, Greg Biffle is fifth. There are now 23 cars on the lead lap after the wave around, plus Danny O'Quinn got the lucky dog free pass on that last caution. And for this restart, we're going to go full throttle. Let's listen in.
The outer edge, but I think we'll be fine. Pace car is off. Shoot for it. What you got behind you there? All right, pace car's in. Get ready. All right, get ready. He's going. Green flag. Going. No pressure from the 12 there. Good start there. Real good job. Pushing the 18. Just one inside there. Watch that 12. He's back. Going to try to shoot the middle there. Careful. Got one inside. One inside. He's inside the 12. On your plate there. Two inside there. Two inside. Behind him. Whatever you need. Bottom of 3. There you go. One inside the 12 now. At your door. At your bumper. Still there. Still in. Clear one lane only. 38's way up high. Got the 38 way up high on the outside. Coming to you. Clear by
Wow, that's some wild racing, wasn't it, to start back?
I don't know about you guys, but that sounded like a whole pile of backseat drivers there to me.
We watched the leader. Brian Vickers was able to hold the lead on Kyle Busch in second. But hey, guys, what a run by David Rudiman. He's come from the 36th starting spot and got his car up in 5th now.
I tell you, this drive around thing was what I was looking at. My gosh, guys, 14 guys got the wave around. And the cool thing about that, they all just pitted. They all got fuel, they all got tires, and they all got waved around. I mean, you talked about getting your cake and eating it too, Andy. That was an incredible feeling for these guys that thought they were in trouble.
Well, that's the other element that's been added with these double file restarts, and it really changes your strategy down there on the pit box as a crew chief, because now you know you're not going to be trapped down a lap if you happen to make that stop a little early. You can go ahead and make it and kind of stay on your strategy, and if the caution catches you, you can stay out there and take the wave around so you don't lose that lap.
And I think that really makes the racing a lot better. And I'll tell you, the double file restart's also good for these short track guys. I watched Ryan Newman on that start. I mean, here's a guy that's used to running double file restarts and sprint cars and stuff his whole life. It was unbelievable watching him for that first couple laps. I mean, he's moved all the way up into the 10th spot, and he was one of the wave around cars.
Yeah, that all worked out for a lot of these guys. We see Brad Keselowski trying to make a pass for 3rd here. I'll have to correct myself. That's Justin Allgaier that's up in 5th there. I was thinking one thing and saying another, which is not unusual. But Justin Allgaier's made a great run from back there. He told us he had a good car, he thought, in practice yesterday. He made a nice run up and a good pit stop worked out for him.
Look here at Kyle Busch working Brian Vickers over pretty good for that lead.
One key thing about this, they got to make a pit stop. They all got to work on their cars now. And a lot of them are saying, hey, I'm pushing, I'm loose, or whatever the problem was. Let's see Denny Hamlin here getting some work. Dave?
And guys, remember at the beginning of the show, we talked about how today was all about evaluation for this 11 team. Well, now they know how quickly they can change a transmission in the middle of the race. That wasn't the goal today, but that's what these guys did under the direction of Paul Wolfe. The shifter broke off on the shaft that holds the shifter to the transmission itself. It's a mid-valley transmission, and it just broke off, and they've replaced the whole thing, sending Denny back out. More evaluation, but unfortunately not at the front of the pack, guys.
I'm going to tell you something. That's a pretty quick transmission change. I got to give him credit for that. Here goes Kyle Busch on the inside of Vickers.
Andy, going back to that transmission change, as we watch Kyle, and it looks like he's going to complete that pass. Those guys actually practice that stuff, do they not? Did they not practice how fast they can change that?
They had to be practicing to change it that fast. That was pretty quick.
See Kyle making that inside work to make that pass on Brian Vickers. It seems to take Vickers' car a few laps to make that high line work. It'd be interesting to see. He takes note if we get down into a late race situation, if he might change his lines on fresh tires. So Kyle Busch has gotten back to the lead. Brian Vickers, Brad Keselowski, David Reagan, and Greg Biffle, your top 5.
Coming up right after NASCAR on ESPN2, Lucas Oil NHRA Nationals from Brainerd, Minnesota. It's qualifying from there. Then tomorrow you can see the finals at 10 Eastern, also on ESPN2. Sunday morning, the NASCAR Now pre-race edition presented by 5 Hour Energy at 10 Eastern on ESPN2. Post-race is late night at 1 a.m. Eastern, also on ESPN2. And don't forget our coverage of the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, Carfax 400, ESPN, 1 Eastern time tomorrow. And next weekend, the NASCAR Nationwide Series moves on to Thunder Valley at Bristol, 7:30 Eastern Friday night on ESPN2. That is what's upcoming on the old motorsports calendar. And we continue with our coverage of the Carfax 250 for the NASCAR Nationwide Series from Michigan International Speedway. Kyle Busch leading. We are coming up on the halfway point, 59 down, 66 to go. Kyle has moved away from Brian Vickers this time by about 1 second and 4/10. Now, when we had a restart back at lap number 10, Brian Vickers was passed by Kyle Busch 4 laps after the restart. Then 5 laps later, the 32 went back by into the lead. With our backseat drivers upstairs in the booth, this time we had the restart at lap 50. Kyle Busch went by Brian Vickers 4 laps in, but now we're getting 5 laps later and Vickers isn't anywhere close. What happened?
Well, one thing that happened is I saw the 18 car make an adjustment on pit road on that pit stop. He was talking about how his car was not to his liking, so they made a change. And also, Vickers, he's working that high lane, and it sometimes takes a little while to get that to work in and make it come back for you.
Yeah, he actually started. He was running on the bottom early on, so I think, or towards the middle. I think on the fresh tires up top is not really where he wants to be, so it takes him a little bit of time to work that in. He just now, within the last 2 laps, has moved his line back up. So let's see how long it takes racing from this point if he's able to gain any time on Kyle Busch.
Well, they better start doing what Brad Keselowski's doing, because right now, that last time by, he was 2.5 tenths faster than anybody in the field. So that 88 car's got it hooked up right now, and I see him running the bottom and the top, guys. He's kind of working the whole entire racetrack.
Well, after that first pit stop and everybody's had a little chance to adjust on their car, you know, it doesn't take much here. You heard Kyle say his car was a little bit tight, so maybe just a little track bar, a little air pressure, they get that thing freed up. And you guys know that the tighter you get, because when you're tight, it starts building up pressure in that right front tire. You want to get that first set off and get your car adjusted, and then you can be pretty good after that.
Shannon, what's the 32 guys saying down there?
Well, one good thing, guys, is that they did not get very aggressive on that pit stop. It was only a half a pound of air pressure for that 32 car, Brian Vickers. But Vickers is right now saying that the car is still way too loose at the start of the run, but like Alan was saying, they are telling Brian, just wait, calm down. The car came to us on the last run, and they're expecting it to do the same on this run.
Yeah, I think it will too. I think the car will come to Brian Vickers, but one thing that happens when you're leading the race and things are really going your way, you're hesitant to make those changes to make your car better, because if you make the wrong change, you can actually hurt it. So I can see how you can make a small change when you're out there leading the race.
Hey, I got to ask you a question, Dale. How many times you lead the race and you're on the radio saying, well, my car's no good, and then the crew chief saying, well, dude, you're out running everybody 3/10 a lap, and you're saying, well, if I can make one change, it'd be a half a second lap, I could kill him.
Yeah, you've been there before. And, you know, the other thing is we see a battle here with Brad Coleman and Justin Allgaier. You have to be careful. If you show these guys too much at one time, too, then, you know, they start working a little bit harder on those cars. So you have to be really careful. But, yeah, I've been out there thinking my car was junk, and you're out front, and your crew chief's not wanting to work on it, but you won't know that you can make it feel better to you anyway.
Another thing, I was never good at all about holding back. I just couldn't figure that one out. Every time I held back, they passed me.
Well, it's taken Brian Vickers a little bit longer, but he is starting to gain some on Kyle Busch now. We see this group here battling. Justin Allgaier having a great day coming from that 26th spot. Vince?
Allgaier now running 7th. Boy, they've really been working on this car all weekend long. Crew chief Chad Walters said they just couldn't get it to be fast enough, but they weren't quite sure what they were going to have in the race. Having a pretty good run, as you said, and they've moved up into the top 10. Still complaining a little bit about how the car is handling, and Chad just told him to turn off both the front fans. Put that up to the crew chiefs up in the booth and how that might affect the handling of the race car.
Well, they use those fans, Vince, to cool the front tires, and that helps the front tires get more grip. If he's loose, they'll want to turn those fans off and let those front tires build up a little bit of pressure and help balance the car better, and take maybe a little bit of that grip away from the front tires, and then that will make the car more balanced for Justin. And you see, he started up in the top 5. Now he's slipped back quite a few spots.
It's just one of the few adjustments the driver actually has in there that can make a difference. We see Brad Coleman here, since the restarts, moved up 6 spots. Doing a very nice job here today in one of his few starts. We get back up front. Here's Vickers. Now, it might have taken him a few more laps. Alan was wanting to know how many laps it would take, but now he's starting to make his move.
We're talking about a pattern. Alan said, is this a pattern developing? It is a pattern. We've seen the dynamics of it change just a little bit, because it did take a few more laps for Vickers to get this lead back. But here he's got the 18 car cleared.
Yeah, and basically what's happened here, Kyle Busch's car is tighter, which means he can go on the start and get away. Brian Vickers' car is extremely loose. He can't go, so now these things are balancing out. Kyle's is still tighter and getting tighter yet, while Brian's car is getting better. Ray, what do you do about that?
Well, DJ, you're exactly right, because if you look at both Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski, they were fast. They were actually ran down Brian Vickers, but now they've slowed up and he's gone faster. So they've got to get their cars a little bit freer on that start, which means they've got to get those track bars up to get some wedge out or get that tire pressure down. And there's a minimum. You can only go down to 42 pounds on the right front of these cars. So as I said, the tighter you get, the tighter you get. They've got to stop that right front tire from building up, because that's what makes the car tighter over the long run as the fuel burns off.
See Brad Coleman still trying to take this spot away from Justin Allgaier. Brad Coleman's done a nice job. He's working that bottle in the middle a lot, Andy.
Yeah, this is a great battle right there between those two guys. And now you see Kyle Busch is going to try to watch what Vickers is doing and see if he can make his car do what Brian's is doing.
You know, one thing I like about this racetrack, guy, you're talking about Justin Allgaier, you're talking about Coleman. You know, those guys kind of struggled on the short track run we had. This racetrack, with being wide open like it is, gives these guys a lot more room to think, a lot more time to get their act back together. And I think this is a great place to come to after they've left the short tracks if they've had problems. Gives them time, just like I said, to calm down a little bit and use this whole entire racetrack.
And you can see Vickers ran him down pretty quickly, but now he's not able to really get away from Kyle Busch. So maybe things are kind of equaling out. We'll see. We got 67 laps complete here. We'll be right back.
Just past halfway in the Carfax 250 at Michigan for the NASCAR Nationwide Series. There's the race for the lead. Brian Vickers in the yellow 32 out in front of Kyle Busch in the blue and orange 18 by just a couple of car lengths. A look at our holiday and race summary. Those two drivers been the dominant guys so far. They've led all the laps with 3. David Reagan led for 3 laps. We have had just a couple of caution flags. One for an early crash, very notable because it involved Carl Edwards. And the former series champ is in the garage having his car worked on right now, showing in 40th position. Little hunt for the lead here in some lap traffic. Kyle Busch going back after Brian Vickers, but the 0-1 car's in the way as we go back to our backseat drivers in the booth. That was close.
Yeah, that's what this place is all about. You can see, you can take wherever you want to. There's a lot of real estate out here to race on.
There's definitely 2 lines. I mean, look at Kyle Busch dead on the bottom and Vickers clearing the top. I mean, nobody in the center of this racetrack. And they meet at the same spot every single time, exiting the corner off of turn 4 right there, guys, with all that momentum, hooks them right back up.
The Michigan merge.
Yeah, it really looked like that. Brian Vickers, I mean, as fast as he caught Kyle Busch, that he was going to drive away once again, but Kyle Busch done a nice job hanging on and then taking the lead back.
Yeah, one of the things I saw when Vickers actually took the lead, he was running the extremely high line way up top, but once he got out front, he didn't do that. He kind of ran the middle of the racetrack. But Kyle Busch is pretty dedicated to the bottom, and it looked like he finally started making some way back up there and was able to pass him back.
Yeah, I was just wondering if Vickers' car maybe has stayed too loose. It's just not tightening up and makes it difficult to get up there right against the wall.
Well, you take a look at Trevor Bayne right there. I mean, I thought this guy was out of the race in that first lap accident. They've came in, got this car looking good, back up to 11th spot right now. I mean, he's in pretty doggone good shape right now, guys.
All right, let's take a Nationwide up to speed. Back through the pack. Let's go down to Shannon.
Well, DJ, Rusty Wallace is right. Trevor Bayne found himself at the right place at the right time in that pit road shakeup. Right about lap 44, stayed on the lead lap. Overall grip is the problem that the 99 is struggling with right now, guys. Trevor Bayne was approved for this race on Monday, and it is his first as we watch the battle for the lead between the 32 and the 18. Trevor Bayne was approved for this race on Monday. It is his first race here at a 2-mile track. Vince?
David Rudeman in the 10 car. They made an air pressure adjustment to free him up during his first stop, but they made him a little bit too loose, and now he's complaining that he's too loose on exit. As you see, Vickers and Kyle Busch still going at it. There's the 10 car of Rudeman now being challenged on the outside by the 38 of Jason Leffler. Leffler says his car was going in the wrong direction. Still no grip, but actually worse than it was on the first stint. Must be getting a little bit better. He went by the 10 without too much trouble. Jamie?
And behind him is Ryan Newman actually going backwards. He started 11, came in on that first pit stop. They made a lot of changes, air pressure in all 4 tires and wedge adjustment. He says he's extremely loose. He wants a track bar adjustment. You know, Ryan Newman's only been here twice, and both times he went to victory lane, so they're going to work on this car, Shannon.
Jamie, Paul Menard is coming off a great run last week at Watkins Glen. Unfortunately, that run ended when he spun out, but it was good for this team's morale to know that they could run up front. His best finish at this track here at 6th back in 2005. He's been battling some tight conditions today, a track bar and air pressure adjustment on lap 42 to try to help those conditions. Now, right behind him, closing in, is the 66 of Stephen Wallace. The past few weeks, we really have seen a more mature, calmer Stephen Wallace, and one of the things that may have attributed to that is that man right there on the right-hand side, Trip Bruce. In the past 2 races, the 66 has moved from 8th to 6th in the point standings. It is the best that Stephen Wallace has been in his career, and right now, this car just a little bit tight. Dave?
Shannon making his first start in the Nationwide Series is Justin Lofton in the 14 car. He's running the ARCA Series full-time and is currently second in the championship, having won 3 races this year. How's he getting around Michigan? Well, surely from help from his veteran spotter, Mike Kalanoff. Kalanoff usually spots for Matt Kenseth. There he is, 17th from the left. Usually spots for Kenseth, and he's spotting for him today, helping this young driver get around this big speedway. Vince?
Well, then you're looking at the 15 of Michael Annett. He started 18th, currently running 18th, says the car's a little bit too tight, searching for a better, faster line. Doing a good job, though, keeping the car where it needs to be, keeping out of trouble. It's been a good season for this guy who's 5th in the rookie points. And then you go back to the 2 car of Austin Dillon. He's just 19 years old. It's an interesting situation, guys. If you listen to the radio, Dan Deeringhoff is crew chief. His dad is Mike Dillon. His grandfather, Richard Childress, and his spotter is Mike Herman. They've all been in the ear of Austin Dillon. Finally, the 19-year-old said, please, everybody off the radio except for my spotter. Showing a little experience there for a young guy. And then you go back to the 70 car of Shelby Howard. This team based out of Warsaw, Indiana. Shelby Howard from Greenwood, Indiana, so a little Hoosier flavor up here in the state just north in Michigan. And it's been a good run for Howard. He started 39th. He's made up 20 spots, and he was even higher than running 21st at this point. So a good run for the 70 and Shelby Howard. Jamie?
And good run for you, Vince Welch. Right behind him, the 62, Brendan Gaughan. He won the truck race here back in 2003, but he's not having the same luck today. He's a rim rider. He likes to run that high line, but he's saying the front end just has no grip. Hey, but the team's telling him, keep your head on, man. Hit your marks. You're faster than the cars ahead of you. Now behind him, Michael McDowell in the 26th. This is the 3rd time we've seen him in this car. Now the guy who's normally driving the 26 is Brian Keselowski. Yes, that is the same Keselowski family. He's the brother to Brad Keselowski. They're from this area. Lots of fans in the crowd. He's watching Michael McDowell, who took over the reins for him. The car has been okay, made a lot of changes, but they're pretty happy with the way this driver is pulling this car around the track, guys.
Hey, thanks. That gets us all of our cars, the 22 cars we have on the lead lap right now. That was great by Austin Dillon. Just tell everybody, shut up. I need to drive this race car, you know.
Yeah.
Rusty, you ever hear that from Steven?
No, you know what? I did do that at one time to him, and he told me to shut up, and that really made me mad. I got quiet, and I went home, and I said, hey, you don't tell the old man to shut up. And he goes, well, Dad, you were talking too much, man. You're making me crazy.
Hey, talking about it, do you ever, as we see Denny Hamlin back out here in the 11 car, they had a fast race car, unfortunately had that transmission problem. But when you're talking to Steven at a place that you won 5 times and you're talking about this racetrack, what advice do you give him or things that you found about the racetrack that let you go fast?
The number one thing I tell everybody, these young guys, is watch the entry into turn 1. You see so many guys nowadays, Dale, getting loose off you're in the bottom side and spinning out and crashing. And you can get caught up going into turn 1 side by side, especially if you're on the bottom. And I'll tell you what, that car will get loose, you'll slide up, and that's happened many times. You just got to be real careful with these young guys. Give them all the information you can so they learn, and it just never, ever happens to them again, because that's how they learn it.
With 41 laps to go, we'll look at our Verizon Wireless race rundown. Carl Edwards, the white 60 car on the outside of a 3-wide into turn 1, just 3 laps into the race. Comes down a little bit on Trevor Bayne in the 99, and Carl ends up getting the worst of it into the outside wall. His car in the garage. He is out of the race. He'll finish 40th today, the second place guy in points. All race long, it's been a battle for the lead between 2 cars. The 18 of Kyle Busch and the 32 of Brian Vickers. Kyle, by leading a lap today, means it's 20 straight Nationwide Series races in which he's led at least 1 lap. That's an incredible record. Kyle taking another spot in the NASCAR Nationwide Series record book today. And between these 2 drivers, they have led all of the laps but 3. David Reagan paced 3 laps in the middle of the race. Other than that, it's been back and forth between Brian Vickers and Kyle Busch. Vickers leading Busch now by 1.3 seconds. There is Vickers, and the gap back to the second place runner, Kyle Busch, as he's put a little distance on him late in this tire and fuel run. Now, Kyle coming up on a very critical pit stop for him, needing to get a little help with this race car.
It's loose, throttling up off. Isn't that track bar been wedged? Yeah, I may have half a turn left on that track bar, man. I'm thinking we sling some wedge at it right here and get the spoiler up, you know. Put some rounds in the left rear.
All right, so Tim Brewer in our Craftsman Tech Garage going to give us a little preview of what we might be watching for when that 18 car hits the pit lane. Tim?
Jason's on his game. What he's trying to do, folks, by putting wedge in the left rear, say 2 rounds, he's going to increase the weight right here on the left rear, try to get it down in the racetrack. But what he's also doing, when he's putting that wedge in the corner, he's actually raising the rear of the car, making the rear spoiler higher, so he's going to get the benefit of the wedge, the cross in the car, putting the ground back into the tire, but still yet the rear spoiler is going to be higher, put more downforce on the rear of the car. It's going to tighten the car up.
Tell you what, that's a good thing to do, but I'd be very careful that after the race, that back of that car's not too high and not make it through tech. I also talked to him about, when we're listening there, it looks like they're just going to try to stand the rear spoiler up. A lot of these guys are running like 65 degrees of rear spoiler angle, and max downforce is around 70. So it sounds like he's going to try to get some more downforce with this spoiler also.
There we go, Rusty. Going to spend some money here. Get 4 tires on this thing.
4.
We're going to Hollywood Armstrong on this right front tire here, changing.
Pulling that rubber, pulling that rubber. Get ready, clear pit road, dig hard, 4,200 all the way, good.
See him waiting on the left rear tire changer. He was in there taking a spring rubber out of the left rear. That's why they had to wait on him. Here comes Brendan Gaughan.
Any of these guys, other guys up front, think they may be short pitting or anything to get in here? Jamie, is that their plan here?
Brendan Gaughan, yeah, they're mixing up the strategy. You saw his teammate Stephen Wallace already come in. Now Brendan's saying he's tight in the middle, from the middle off, and he's free getting into the corners. So right now they're saying they think they went a little too far on that front shock adjustment early on before the race, guys. 4 tires, he's down and away.
I'll tell you what, I'm interested to see if some of these guys can do 2 tires because these lap times are pretty well stabilized. Dave, it looks like they're doing 4, though.
Kevin Harvick will take 4. This car is spinning out, according to the driver. Again, that loose condition, something they battled all weekend long. 3 rounds down on the track bar to try to bring it back. Shannon.
Trevor Bayne gives up 14th to come on down pit road. He says overall grip is the biggest problem, but he is tight in 3 and 4. It's going to be 4 tires for the 99 car as Jerry Baxter's looking on his young driver. 18 years old, Trevor Bayne.
Saw Trevor Bayne do a really good thing. He got in behind Kevin Harvick coming onto pit road, I think, to kind of judge off of Kevin as to how hard he could get on. But he was really having to get on the binders as he ran up on him. But that's a nice job as we see Ryan Newman on pit road now. Jamie?
In the left rear. And Ryan Newman, the 5 car coming in right now, he says he's tight getting in the center now, and he's just lost a couple of spots before he came in. So you see the wrench go in the back. They're making a track bar adjustment, 4 tires, air pressure adjustment, Sunoco fuel for Ryan Newman, guys.
These guys need to make a little bit of adjustment. They were kind of falling backwards. They started that last run in the top 10, but fell back. See if they can get it working. Nice pit stop. Here comes Jeff Burton to pit road.
Jeff Burton's car was getting tighter the longer he ran, but he couldn't stand it to be any more free at the beginning of the run. What do you do there? I think it's going to be an air pressure adjustment from crew chief Doug Randolph. They're also talking about a small piece of tape on the front end of the car, but I don't see that in anyone's hand at this point. So Burton on pit road for 4, Sunoco fuel. Vince?
David Rudiman in the 10 car still says it is loose. They're making an air pressure adjustment, giving him 4 tires and Sunoco fuel as well, reminding him as he exits pit road, 55 miles per hour. The 38 of Kyle Busch. He's been complaining that the car is loose off, just needs more overall grip. They made a chassis adjustment in the left rear. They're also going to, of course, give him 4 fresh tires and fuel. Kyle Busch says the car needs to be better if he's to win. Shannon.
Vince are going to get a little more aggressive on the 32 of Brian Vickers. The car's still a little too loose at the start of the run. They made a track bar and air pressure adjustment. 4 tires for Brian Vickers.
About the same gap they had when they came onto pit road.
Yeah, you can see those gas guys trying to put wedge, that round we're talking about, in the left rear jack screw, and he was struggling just a little bit trying to get that in there, but they made a great pit stop, though. 13.5.
Some Greg Biffle coming down pit road. Yeah, sorry there, Dale. It's getting ready to make his stop. He stayed out probably longer than anybody. Vince?
The 16 of Greg Biffle says the car is tight. They're going to put a half-rounder wedge in the left rear, give him 4 tires in the Sunoco fuel. Remember, we talked about at the beginning of this race that they felt like they didn't have the fastest car here this weekend, but they had a very consistent car. We'll see if it pays off on this final run.
Let's see if that pattern develops like we said after the pit stop last time, where Kyle Busch ran down Brian Vickers and took the lead, and then Vickers, as we went on, passed him back. So let's see. They're both on fresh tires, and they're just a few car lengths apart.
Yeah, this was our leader. Brad Keselowski had stayed out. Wondered how long he might stay out there, because you do lose time. Those guys have fresh tires, running faster lap times. Shannon, he's headed your way.
On the first run, guys, Brad Keselowski was too tight. Now the car is too loose. They're going to go half back on the adjustments they did back on lap 46, which is going to be half back on a track bar and air pressure. As you see that wrench in the back window, they're also going to take 4 tires for the 88. Brad Keselowski came into this race 3rd in the point standings, looking to make some ground now that that 60 car's had some trouble today.
And we're hearing about a lot of guys being loose. Rusty, I don't know about you, but I always found this a difficult place to drive. I mean, you wanted your car to turn, but trying to drive it loose was hard to do.
Oh, yeah, these corners are just way too long. You got a real wide racetrack right here. You can't run loose all the way around that track. Tell you, this kid right here, Justin Allgaier's been doing a good job. Let's see what this pit stop does for him. Maybe get better with the adjustments they're getting ready to make to this 12 car right now, guys.
He made a nice run from the 26th spot up into the top 5 here. Vince?
You know, he was the ARCA champion last year, but he said he's never won here at Michigan. In fact, he just never really had a very good finish. He hoped to change that today. He's the Ray Vestas Rookie of the Year points leader, 5th overall in points, having an outstanding season. But he says the car is just too tight in the upper groove, and if he's to keep it up toward the front, he's got to have a car that's a little more free, especially up top where he wants to run it.
Well, made a nice pit stop. He did a great job of sliding that car into the pits. He didn't have much room to spare on that front line, but good job by Justin Allgaier.
Here comes Reed Sorensen on the pit road. He's one of the last cars to make a pit stop here in the green. Dave?
Reed Sorensen finally in. Feels like he got the front tires too hot in the first part of that run. Right side only for him. Remember, they caught the benefit of the caution last time. They're going to try to give themselves their own benefit this time. Full of Sunoco fuel, and he's off of pit road. The most recent report was no grip on the fronts.
So he only needed 29 laps of fuel, so they got right side tires.
Yeah, but boys, I'm not sure that if you got no front grip, not changing the left sides is going to help him. It might make that thing tighter, you know, with the air pressure and the wear on the left front.
And while all this was going on, Kyle Busch did make a pass on Brian Vickers. Back to the same kind of pattern. After they got these tires, he's better on fresh tires than Brian.
And he knows right now he's really, as we see him go to the inside of Jason Kelly, this is the time he really needs to put some distance between himself and Brian Vickers. We have 29 laps to go, and as much as he can do right here to get himself out front and keep him in front of Kyle Busch. We'll see what happens when we come back.
25 laps to go in the Carfax 250 at Michigan. You are looking at the leader, Kyle Busch, who, since those pit stops, has opened up 2 seconds on second place Brian Vickers and 10 seconds on third place Brad Keselowski. So Kyle sailing off into the sunset here, even though the sun doesn't set till about 9 o'clock in this part of Michigan this time of year. Now, during that set of green flag pit stops a minute ago, little action down on pit road involving some of the catch can men, and particularly the catch can man for Trevor Bain's 99 team. Off to the Craftsman Tech Garage we go. Mr. Brewer, what happened?
Well, Alan, it comes back to what Andy and Ray know. You have to pay attention to detail. And when the catch can man reached over and grabbed the can itself right here in this area, when you're building all the parts and components on these cars, you learn little tricks. And if you leave that edge really sharp right there, as he removes the probe, it actually comes up and digs into the aluminum, and it's very difficult to pull the probe back out. But if you take a piece of sandpaper or a file and just chamfer that little edge right there, it'll never hang up. It's something that I guarantee you when he goes back to the shop, he's going to take a real hard look at.
Well, too. It looked like he had his hands full there, too. He was holding a gas can, catch can, and chasing that car out of the pit.
Yeah, he was trying. He was doing all he possibly can to not let that thing hang up. Yeah. I guess the only thing you can do is just twist that can back and forth, trying to get it out of that edge that it hung up on. And I tell you what, if you're a gas catcher back there like that guy is, that's got to be his worst nightmare, going, hey, give him my can back. I can't get it out. And that's going to be a penalty if that thing goes out in the racetrack.
And that driver's, when he's ready to go, he's going to go whether you got that thing out of there or not. So when it's stuck, it's stuck.
Yeah, I don't know if the racetrack came to Kyle Busch or that adjustment they made on that last pit stop has really woken his car up, but he has got a 2.8-second lead now over Brian Vickers, so it's going to be hard for Brian to drive back up on him here.
It'll be tough. We see a battle here with Reed Sorensen and Jason Leffler, who had complained about his car pretty much most of the day, but he's got himself up in the 8th spot, trying to go to the 7th around Reed Sorensen, so they made some good adjustments there.
You know, I think right now is a good time to talk about some air pressure stuff. I want to talk to you about this, Andy. Those Toyota teams, I see them all working together, and I hear they make them share all their air pressures with all the rest of the teams. And you see the 38 of, you know, Leffler doing a good job right there. You saw the rest of their Toyotas. Vickers is up there running. They all work together and share those pressures. And by doing that, they don't end up in an island all by themselves. And I like how they work together.
Yeah, it's not just air pressures, too. They work with a lot of the things, that all the setups. They try to, you know, help each other. I guess the thought there is that a rising tide will lift all ships. So the better that they share that information, the better all the Toyota cars will run.
Yeah, they wanted to do that. That was kind of their way they wanted to look at it. Oh, Rusty.
It's going to change everything.
Brendan gone here. Left front tire.
Caution's out.
Caution.
out.
Boy, that just, when you lose a tire, look what it did to that front end of that car. It just tears it right to pieces.
They're not that, fenders aren't that expensive, are they?
No, they're not, but boy.
It costs you, though, when you lose.
You don't like to see that happen.
The whole fender's gone.
And he needs to slow down. If he just slows down, it won't be so bad.
You see the inner liner of that tire there, it's still up. So it's doing its job.
Well, the good part is the air dam in the front is still in shape.
But this is going to change the complexion of the race a little bit.
Yeah.
Nobody needs to pit for fuel here.
But guys, right before that caution came out, the lap times were just starting to level off between Kyle Busch and Brian Vickers, and then probably at about 3 or 4 more laps, they would have swapped.
Okay, you said that you were going to work this race backwards, and you were not going to pit if you had enough gas.
Well, no,
what are you going to do
what
now?
about them guys? 17 cars on the lead lap. I got a fast car. There's 20 laps to go.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. I'm going to wait and see what you do.
Are you going to pit?
I don't know. I'm going to do opposite of what Rusty does.
Two tires. That's what Rusty do. Come on.
No, that's not what Rusty would do. You might do it right now, but it was always 4 tires.
So you're saying that I like 4 tires?
Yeah, you definitely did.
Oh man, but you know, if you only got 6 or 8 laps in your tires, that might go for 2. This is a pretty hard tire, and I'm looking at these lap times, Ray, and they stabilize pretty quickly. You know.
If I'm Kyle Busch, I'm coming. I'm going to put 4 on it because I know my car's better than Brian Vickers.
You're going to put 4 on?
If I'm Kyle Busch,
I'm going to beat you out because I'm getting 2.
I've got to have 4 here. 20 to go.
Here they come.
Okay, you're getting 2, Andy, right?
I'm getting 2.
Okay, let's watch it.
Making their way down pit road. They're coming towards you, Dave.
Reed Sorensen gives up 7th position, 4 fresh tires, no Sunoco fuel to keep the car just a little bit tighter at the restart. Vince?
The 18 of Kyle Busch says he could be just a little bit better in the center. Jason Ratcliffe made the call for 4 tires and Sunoco fuel in the 18. Shannon?
And Keselowski in the center of your screen, tight. They're going to take 4 tires and an air pressure. And then you see Brian Vickers on the bottom in that 32. As you guys have been talking about, he is loose. It's going to be 4 tires, no changes for the 32.
All right, I got 2 tires, but I got them on the 88 car.
He's pulling the wrong pit. Well, I got 4 tires on that 18.
Oh, look at the rest of them. There's a bunch of chickens out there. They all put 4 tires on, man. I would have went for 2, like 88.
No, you would not.
No,
You would not. I've never seen you get 2 tires.
I'm changing my mind, though.
Jeff Burton got 2. We'll see what that brought him up 5 spots.
You got the double file restart now.
Yep.
You're not starting that far back like you used to. You got double file now. You want them 4 tires. Don't be cheap as an owner. Put 4 tires on that car.
All right. You guys sold me on it. And Justin Allgaier did not pit, guys.
Roger's cheaper than you are then. He won't even put tires on it.
It seems like maybe his car was a little better on those tires. They're going to take that chance. They only have going to have less than 19 laps to go when we get back. Should be fun.
$17 laps to go in the Carfax 250 for the NASCAR Nationwide Series at Michigan. And now we've got a little different picture. Kyle Busch had a lead of some 3 seconds over Brian Vickers until the caution came out. Now Kyle finds himself back in 3rd spot. Vickers in 4th. 2nd is Brad Keselowski. And the leader, DJ, is our in-race reporter.
Yeah, let's see if we can talk to him. Hey, let's talk to our leader, Justin Allgaier. You got a copy, Justin?
I'm clear up there in the booth. Go ahead.
Buddy, you're the leader.
Sounds really good. You know, we trying something here. Every time we put stickers on and put it full of fuel, we get pretty loose. So this seems to be the best option, and just can't see if we can't keep this Verizon Wireless Dodge out front.
All right, thanks. Good luck in these last about 15 laps, and now Andy's going to talk to your crew chief a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah, we're just going to talk to Chad Walter here and see what he thinks about this move. He's tied up with a few details down there in the pit.
I like what Justin said, though. His car's real loose. Now, this car doesn't have as much fuel in the back, and it's got the older tires, which is not going to let that thing sling around the back of the car so much. And this car actually might run quicker because it's actually lighter also.
Hey, Chad Walter, Andy Petrie in the booth. You got us?
Hey, Andy, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, pretty good. Hey, you got the lead here, 17 laps to go. What have you seen here as far as these tires? Will they come back and run the lap times you need to run here to try to win this thing?
You know, the good years are pretty good. It's taken us a few laps to get going under green, so we had the advantage of making that early caution and having probably 5 or 6 laps different in the window. So I think some of those other guys had some more laps on their tires than we did. I just like the chances with clean air on our Verizon Wireless Dodge. So we're going to get some track position. We were going to be stuck 10th and ride there. So I just wanted to do a little bit of gambling here and see if I can hit the jackpot and get this Verizon Wireless Dodge up front.
Okay, Chad, it's going to be fun watching up here, and good luck with that gamble.
And it looks like NASCAR said that the window brace that is sticking up on the back of the Verizon Wireless Dodge there is secure. And we honestly, I didn't know it was that. I thought it was his Verizon Wireless antenna.
That's what I thought. I thought he was looking for a little better reception.
That's a big antenna. I'm saying, hey, that's not legal. You can't do that. I didn't catch that doggone thing breaking back like that.
Cleanup continuing here at the Michigan International Speedway. The final laps of the Carfax 250 for the NASCAR Nationwide Series about to unfold. There'll be 14 to go when this field comes to the start-finish line. And the front of the pack has changed by a variety of strategies. Justin Allgaier, who was 11th when the caution came out a minute ago, is now the race leader. And our backseat drivers upstairs, Dale Jarrett, Rusty Wallace, Andy Petrie, Ray Evernham. What are you seeing? What are you thinking here? This should be fun.
Yeah, it definitely should be fun. And the top 3 here, guys, we have no tires, 2 tires, and 4 tires. So, crew chief and driver, who do you like?
Well, I'm going with the 2 tires. I said that was the thing to do. But, you know, Brad Keselowski really hasn't had the winning car all day. But he's sitting in a good spot. He's in front of Kyle Busch. But, man, I'd be surprised if Kyle doesn't drive by all these guys.
Man, 4 tires. Like I said, you know, the new double file restart, Kyle Busch got a good car. The race, I believe, is still going to come down to the 18 to 32. We know the 32 made a huge tire pressure adjustment. They both got 4 tires on.
Well, we'll just have to see who wins, because you picked 2, I picked 2, you 2 guys did 4, our guys are out there in nothing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we know what we're talking about yet or not.
And I don't know that Allgaier's going to win the race, and don't know that that's what they did it for, but he certainly was going to come out in 10th, like Chad Walter said. This gives him a better opportunity to race up there and take a chance. Maybe he gets a top 5 out of it. Pretty good call.
I believe he will advance his position of what he would have done by staying out. So that was a good move.
Well, the one thing I like, too, is he's only got like 12 green flag laps on the tires that's on the car right now, and that's not much at all, because these tires are awful hard, and I think he's going to be just fine. It's definitely gained a lot of positions for him. He might fall back 3 or 4 positions, but should be a good finish for him.
You know, I think Ray's brought up a good point. It used to be a little easier to make these type of calls because you started out single file then, but these double file restarts, that changed the whole dynamics of this.
Yeah, and that also could fall in Justin Allgaier's favor, because we might get another caution and he can it up some more laps.
And an exciting finish ahead here today at Michigan, and we look for more racing excitement as the NASCAR Nationwide Series moves on to Thunder Valley, Bristol Motor Speedway next Friday night, then onto the road course in Montreal, the 1.5 mile in Atlanta Labor Day weekend, Richmond on the 3/4 mile, Dover's Monster Mile. Tickets for all of those races available if you'd like to join us at the track. If not, join us on the ESPN networks for our exclusive coverage of the NASCAR Nationwide Series. So we got 1 lap to go is going to be the signal they're given here. We're going to have, that'll be 13. There'll be a 12-lap shootout to the finish if we don't see another caution flag. By the way, this caution came out with just over 20 to go, and there's been a caution within the last 20 laps in 4 of the last 5 races. So we may not, at Michigan here. So we may not be done with the yellow flag just yet. And of note to me, a couple things of note to me. First of all, Stephen Wallace got the lucky dog and has gotten back onto the lead lap, so he has rejoined this lead group of cars. A few taking the wave around there, including Austin Dillon and Michael McDowell. So they're back on the lead lap. That's 20 cars on the lead lap. And while the leader, Justin Allgaier, gets to choose which lane he's going to restart this race in, the guys behind him in row number 2, Kyle Busch and Brian Vickers, they don't. So Vickers is going to have that outside lane on the 18 car, and Rusty and Ray and DJ and Andy, is the drag race between the 18 and the 32, is that the one we should be watching here on this restart?
Well, I think you got to take a look at Brad Keselowski, too. Now, Andy called 2 tires in that car, and he's been fast all day long. I think you got to take a look at the front 2 rows, Dale, also. I just think that's going to be a race right there.
I think the one difficult thing that these guys in front may hold these guys up a little bit. Brad Keselowski's going to have to drive off on the inside with 2 tires on his car, and he has no idea what that field is going to be like. So could be something different for him.
The good news is
he'll be the first to know.
Yeah, well, and that as wide as this place is, we're liable to see 4 wide here in a second.
I actually think Kyle Busch is sitting in a pretty good spot. Even though that outside line has moved, I think that he can get a run and maybe make a pass off of turn 2, being in that 3rd spot.
But guess what, guys? There's 13 laps to go, and I can promise you one thing. They know they're out of time. They know they got to get the passes done right now. I expect that turn 1 to be a pile of cars down there 3 and 4 wide. These guys are not short on talent and not short on nerves, so let's see what happens.
Allgaier, you can see, spins the tires as he's getting ready to. He can't get that car. That's the one downside.
There's a little problem here, too. And NASCAR's got to make a call on that because Brad Keselowski did get to the start-finish line before Allgaier.
He did beat him there, but I think in this situation that NASCAR is going to see that Justin Allgaier was really spinning his tires and couldn't get up to speed.
And Kyle Busch just drove past them.
They had look at that 3 and 4 wide right now. They're all trying to get back in line coming off of turn 2, but Allgaier, just like you said, it looks like he did spin his tires and cause him to stack up a little bit. And Kyle Busch, man, he made a move to get below him there.
And that actually delayed the 32 getting going, or he'd been right up there alongside or on the 18's bumper. But here he comes anyway.
Oh, here he comes on the outside.
To make a pass to the outside.
Oh, he's coming. He's coming, guys. They made a big adjustment on this car.
Wow.
Yeah, NASCAR says that the 88 is good on that restart, but you saw the 12 car. He was trying to go as hard as he could, but he just could not get any traction.
Vickers hadn't been able to complete this pass, though.
Yeah. Here he goes.
Came back.
Man, look at the back end hung out on that 32.
Well, that thing is jumping all over the place, but, you know, it's took him a long time before to get wound up, but now he's got, they must have changed their air pressures to get the car going quicker. And look at this battle.
Uh-oh, got a crash here with Lofton. He spun the car. This is Justin Lofton in the 14. Okay, we got it. I can't tell who was leading right there. They were side by side. Looked like it could have been Vickers.
Yeah, Vickers is the leader, so he'll get his choice whenever we restart. The double files once again.
As you can see, 10 laps to go when they go across the stripe here, so it's going to be probably 8 or less laps on this restart.
Boy, and if I'm a bet man, I'm going to say Vickers is definitely going to stay on the outside.
Yeah.
A lot of momentum up on the top side of this track.
Yeah, Justin Allgaier was able to hang up, and once he got started, he stayed up in the 4th spot. So he's got a good race car. He just couldn't get it going, and that's the one downside of leaving tires on that have been hot and get some rubber buildup on them.
Yeah, you can see how this race was really heating up here. Vickers on the outside. He's got a little bit of a run, but then right behind them, Justin Lofton just spins his car off turn 2.
Wow.
It looks like that was the 27 car that just barely missed him. Jason Keller did a great job by just, I mean, from the camera shot we had, he almost hit him.
Well, Lofton did a good job, too. He didn't hit anything. He's trying to get it back to pit road now and get some tires on it.
Young man's doing a good job. I believe he's leading the ARCA points, and this is his first nationwide race.
He's done a really good job all day. Was solid, able to keep that car on the lead lap. Let's check in with Shannon down in Brian Vickers' pit.
Well, the man calling the shots for Brian Vickers today is Trent Owens. It looks like that air pressure adjustment may have worked on the short bit. Are you guys good enough for the next 10 laps or so?
Yeah, I think so. This caution kind of helped a little bit. I boosted the right side pressures, though. We've been extremely loose. Chose not to fuel the car to keep some nose weight. So, you know, hopefully these adjustments get 10 laps in it, and we can contend for the win here with the 1888.
How beneficial is it going to be to you guys that you are the leader now and you get to choose the line for the restart?
It's very important that you're the leader because obviously not everybody's car works the best on the outside, not everybody's best on the bottom. So, you know, lane choice is definitely a luxury here when you're leading.
And I guess we can guess that the 32 is going to choose that outside lane. Vince?
The 32 and the 18, a good battle going on here. What's Kyle saying about the 32 and how his car is handling through the corners?
Right now he's saying he doesn't know how the 32's hanging on to it. He's pretty loose. He's sideways, and he got down on us there going through 1 and 2, got us a little free. So both those guys have been good all day, the 32 and us. We've been battling hard, just trading it back and forth. Should be a good one to the end.
You elected not to make any changes with the car on that last stop. Do you feel like you've got one that's going to be the winner here in this dash to the finish?
I think so. We've been fighting free all day, and we finally got it where it's a little snug. And I feel like it's where we need to be on a short run, but you know, it's all going to depend on what the 32 did on their stop.
We're about to find out.
The 32 car is turning to the right through the corners. I don't get it. Not only does he want to wreck me by sucking me around, but then he's just steering to the right all the way through the corners. I don't get it.
That's what we were talking about, how loose that 32 car is. He's driving the car sideways.
Yeah, Ray's talked about that all day, that car's just sliding through the corner.
I want you guys to look at the nose on the 32 car. He has got so much tape on the grill of that car. Look at that. That's really taped down, guys, farther than I've seen in a long time. And that creates downforce. We all know that.
Yeah. Also takes away drag, makes horsepower, but as you know, the higher you raise that engine temperature, the more horsepower you lose. Now they've got pressure systems in these cars. They've done such development in the radiators and everything. Those openings are getting smaller and smaller and smaller.
I think he got a little help too with this one because it looks like it's pushed down a little bit from some contact. I don't know where it happened, but it looks like that hood is lower than it was when this race started.
Yeah, that camera angle we just saw right there, I agree with you, Andy. It looks like it's bent down a little bit, and you don't want damage, that's for sure, but this is good damage right here.
You can see on this restart, he could have got this damage right here because the 12 car did not get going good here. And you see right there, he pops him in the back. That actually could help the car. Actually, for a short run and knocking that down and closing that opening up could help the car in this short run.
Let's go down to Shannon and check in Brad Keselowski's pit.
Well, down here with Tony Uri Sr., the guy calling the shots for Brad Keselowski today. You guys have been battling the handling of this car pretty much all day. Is 2 tires right now going to be enough to get this win?
Well, I don't know. We did it for track position, and the 12 was sitting there on old tires. And, he was spinning the tires on the restart, and whoever the leader is, you can't beat them to the start line, so Brad had to stop. And that just let the 32 and all them have momentum, so now we're back in the same spot we were. So, you know, our left side tires didn't have very many laps on them. The pressures had just gotten up good, so I don't, you know, 2 tires not going to be an issue. I don't think we had run longer than anybody else there on that run. So, you know, I don't think it's a problem. The 1832's been tough all day, and, you know, we knew they were going to be tough. We'll just see what we can do with them here.
Guys, Pops has been in this garage for a long time. He's definitely got the experience on top of this pit box.
Yeah, it's a tough position Brad Keselowski was in there because you're told you can't beat him back, but NASCAR sometimes they're going to give you the benefit there, but he couldn't take that chance. They might have seen things a little bit the wrong way. And so what we're seeing here, pace car speed, these guys getting up to speed here. Now Brian Vickers has chosen that outside line. We're here with Kyle Busch as he gets ready to go. Well, that's a great start by Kyle Busch.
Oh, he
able to hang with him.
He anticipated that start of Vickers very well.
See if Vickers gets over on the side of him like Kyle was talking about, trying to spin him out.
Looks like he's giving him plenty of room right here.
Boy, 7 laps to go. They're going to have to get it on right now. They're
nice
getting
run.
really tight. Look at that. In the wall.
Coleman looks like he's in the wall in the 20.
All right, we got Toyotas up front, and Toyota's never won a nationwide race at this racetrack. Could be looking at their first today. Vickers back to the bottom.
Now you got to wonder if this thing's going to start to overheat right now, but he's only got 7 laps to go.
Got 4 wide.
Look at Leffler.
4. Check it out.
5. Oh, close to 5 wide.
And look who's in the part of that.
And why are they doing
down
it?
there.
Yeah. And why are they doing it? Because they're out of time. They got to do something.
Probably 6 laps to go this time by.
You can see those guys are still 3 wide back there. Stephen Wallace was the car down on the bottom. Vickers is able to stretch out just a little bit.
Brad Coleman's got some problems with this 20 car. He hit that wall pretty hard.
They're all coming inside.
He had such a good run going too.
Guys.
This has been one of Brad's best run.
Got a big race for 3rd right here.
See David Reagan making his move back. He's been running the top 5 most of the day. Taking that 4th spot away from Justin Allgaier.
I tell you what, guys, if Kyle Busch finishes 2nd again, he's not going to be a happy camper. I can't believe how many 2nd place finishes he's had in the last 10 or 11 starts. It's just been amazing.
Check out how loose Vickers got right there.
Yeah, we haven't seen Busch's last effort here at taking the lead.
Now, Vickers' car is extremely loose. He's hanging the back end out pretty good.
And Kyle's going to get right on his bumper to help that situation.
Kyle's going to try and take some air off that spoiler and help him through the corner a little bit. Try and make him overheat that right rear tire even more.
This is how you do it.
You hear him breathe the throttle just a little bit, back wide open. Vickers hanging on still.
Man. I was holding my breath.
And that 32's got more downforce in the front than he's had all day long because of that damage. So that could make his car really loose too, guys.
And you can see Brian Vickers pull down trying to break that draft where he doesn't have Kyle Busch right there on his bumper. Kyle's going to try the high side now.
With all this going on, Brad Coleman did come down pit road.
But Kyle's going to have to get that front of his car right on the back of Brian Vickers, try to make him loose, getting down the back straightaway into turn 3. And if he can get tight enough and get that car sideways, he can get below him right there, guys.
See the draft really working there.
Trevor Bayne, now he's got damage on the right side. Two of our young guys having some problems late in this race.
See if he can get that car down off the racetrack. Here's a replay.
Yeah, ran out of room off of turn 2.
It looked like he got tied up behind Stephen Wallace there and just pushed up into the wall.
Yeah, it looks like he lost his nose and just couldn't turn the car.
Okay, looks like we've got a reversal of roles here. Kyle Busch now trying to look on the outside of Vickers.
Well, it's just hard to make that pass down on the inside, but I'm not sure he's not trying to get Vickers looking high where he can get back to the bottom because that's where his cars work the best all day. See, Kevin Harvick and Ryan Newman have caught Justin Allgaier for that 5th spot.
Okay, here we go, guys. It's coming to 2 to go.
See him down below the white line.
Look at the back end of that 32
He's
step
just
out.
dancing. He's holding on to that thing for dear life right now because just like you said, Andy, that back end is jumping all over the place in that 32 car.
Hey, my 2 tires are coming back,
yeah,
too.
Keselowski's coming back here. He's not far back here.
If these 2 leaders get together, Keselowski could take advantage of it.
I see Steve coming out of the front of that 32 car. It's blowing water out of it, so it's got to be overheating right now, guys.
Yep, he's only got 2 to go.
Yeah, he's got a nice run off of turn 2 here. He's going to be able to use the draft, see if he can make this work again. I don't think we'll see him go back to the bottom.
He's just going to have to drive it till it blows up, and that's about it because he can't pull in now and fix an overheating issue.
Whoa, really
comes loose and holds the lead.
And there, look at Keselowski. He's got that momentum on the bottom side.
This is the spot he'd be looking for here to be 3 wide. Look at Vickers get down.
Now check out Keselowski, guys.
Coming to the high side.
He's going to have this high
white
side.
flag right here.
White flag.
Keselowski's right where he needs to be.
We're 3 wide into turn 1.
Holy cow.
Vickers can't hold on right there.
Look at Keselowski's going to have the advantage off of turn 2.
It's all about momentum, and 32 can't hold on to it right now. It's just too loose.
Who's Kyle Busch going to fall in behind here?
The 32 is going to be a lot looser.
The 18 can go to the high side. I'm not sure he's got enough of a run. Look at the 32 with the power there.
I don't think he can hang on. He's loose again. It looks like Keselowski's going to get the momentum off 4, guys.
And that's going to win him the race right there. It's a drag race down the line.
And Brad Keselowski's going to win it.
2 tires.
How about that move? Wow.
All right, boys. My 2 tires, they did it.
All right, I owe you 100, buddy. 2
what
tires.
A great job.
Hey, wait a minute. I said 2-2, didn't I?
Well, you can't change your mind.
Okay, I'll change your mind.
Fred. I told you you could do it, man. Awesome job.
Finish, guys.
Fuel is out.
Absolutely amazing.
Wow.
What a job.
Awesome job, dude. That's how you do it.
That's exactly how you do it. You do it at home.
At home, that's the key. He said he never had much success around his home. He wanted to do good in front of family and friends. Can't do any better than that.
And you talk about amazing. What about that 32 car holding on to it? Brian Vickers.
Well, Brian Vickers earned his money today.
Man.
That broke the streak for Kyle Busch's 1-2 finishes.
But he is not going to be happy that Brian Vickers ran him all the way to the apron and stayed on him. I'll guarantee you Kyle Busch is not going to be happy about that.
He might be mad, but that's the last lap, you know.
Hey,
that's got to make it legal, right?
Just telling you, he's not going to be happy.
I agree with that. Let's see if he slams his helmet or something.
No, he did. He did kind of make a little move
little
here.
Contact there.
Yep, that's what you said. Come on, let's see if they're going to fight. I want to see this.
A little discussion.
A few little words here. He's like, hey, dude, one of us is going to win.
Well, we thought Toyota might have a chance to get their first victory here at Michigan, but didn't happen.
They'll have to wait.
It was looking that way, though. I mean, they had a great run, but this guy right here, he won Iowa. He's won here at Michigan. Oh, here we go. Nothing wrong with controversy.
Well, they need to get the helmets off.
I don't
He's
know.
gonna
That might be a
punch
smart move on Vickers' part.
Yeah, if you're going to punch you, you better leave the helmet on, Andy.
I saw somebody grab, was it Kyle Busch by the helmet?
Yeah, I remember that.
I think I'd rather have it off. Hey, Brian Vickers trying to win the race. He didn't do anything wrong.
No, I agree.
No, you're doing what you have to do. And then it just opened the door for Brad Keselowski. Take advantage of that situation.
I tell you, that's so
I
much
knew
fun.
those 2 tires were going to win all the time.
Yeah.
I tell you, that's so much fun to watch a guy on the top side of the track whipping around like that 88
Let's watch
car
this last
did.
lap. Let's watch this last lap coming to the.
Let's
coming
check it
into
out
the
here.
Yeah, this is coming to the white flag right here. Look at Vickers' car getting loose. Now, that broke Kyle Busch's momentum right there because he had to get out of the throttle. He thought Vickers was going to wreck. So that's letting Brad Keselowski get here.
That car is sideways, and he's still holding on to
it's like it's got a flat tire. It's so loose.
Kyle goes down under him there. And
now here comes Kyle.
Brian
He's
Vickers
just trying to get away. Vickers ran him all the way to the apron.
And now this is taking the white flag.
So Kyle Busch was leading, Brian Vickers was second, and Brad Keselowski was third as they got the white flag.
Brian Vickers gets real loose again right here.
And Vickers is going right now knowing he's got to get down that back straightaway into turn 3, and he knows when he gets there it's going to be so loose.
Yep.
Kyle Busch is frustrated. He's mad. Look, he just got beat. The 88 car was a good car. I know it's frustrating. Just got to calm down.
Let's go down to Vince.
Tony Erie Sr., certainly one of the happiest men on pit road. Congratulations. What a finish for Brad. At what point did you think maybe you were going to be able to squeeze in there and get the win today?
Well, when you got them 2 up front, you always got to put yourself in position because you don't know what's going to happen. Kyle's tired of running second, and he was already screaming on the radio. So, we just try to keep ourselves in position to win races, and this is the second time we've pulled this off this year running third. So, really happy. GoDaddy Chevrolet was great all day. Those 2 guys were really tops of the field for 20 laps, and it seemed like we could run with them. But, we just had to elect to take track position there with 2 tires and just hoping that we could get in front of them, and that didn't happen. So we had to sit there and watch them battle, and, hey, how cool was that?
Pops ended up making the right call, Dave.
And guys, Kyle Busch finished third today. Kyle, the fans saw a great battle, but what were you so angry with Brian about?
He hung on my right rear quarter panel all the way down the front straightaway and gave the win to the 88 car. He slowed us down so much. He had no idea the 88 car was coming. And the 88 just drove right by both of us on the outside because Brian Vickers was trying to slow both of us down. Just stupid. If he would have ran his own line up at the top of the track and I would have ran my own line down at the bottom of the track, it could have been a battle between us 2. But unfortunately, you race with idiots, and I guess you'll have that sometimes. But the NOS Energy Drink Camry was good today, just not good enough. And I felt like we had a good handling race car on the long runs, but unfortunately we didn't have long runs at the end of the race. So I'm sure I'm complaining and I'm whining and I'm a crybaby, but that's uncalled for. I mean, it's just stupid. I would have ran my own line instead of giving it to the 3rd place car in order to battle it out between the top 2 who deserved the win and deserved to battle the race out at the end. He didn't deserve to win.
Exciting, but not the way he wanted it, for sure. Jamie's got the Brian side of the story.
That's right. There was some pushing and shoving. All right, Brian, I know you couldn't hear his response to it. He said you were slowing him up, and that was stupid. Your take.
Oh, man, I tell you, I am so sorry. I forgot it was the Kyle Busch show. Hell, I thought we were racing for a win. I'm really sorry for the Dollar General guys. We had a great car. We were too loose on the start of the run. He was better. I thought it was my job to hold him off. Apparently not. He came over to the car after we came in and knocked our fender in, which was unnecessary, and then started crying like a little baby. And I asked him if he'd just give me a minute to get out. We could talk about it like men. If he wanted to fight, that's fine with me. And as soon as I got out, he ran off. And it's a shame that it went down like that. I mean, we were racing hard. I thought it was a good race. Congratulations to 88. He snuck around both of us. I didn't see him coming. I let my guys down. We should have been able to win this race. But last I checked, it wasn't the Kyle Busch show. It was a nationwide race, and I was supposed to race him for the win.
It was a great race for you. At the end there, did you have any idea that the 88 was that close, Brian?
No, I didn't. I didn't know he was coming. I didn't know he was that close. We went down into turn 3 with coming to the white, and the 18 got me loose, and I chased it all the way up the racetrack, and by that time the 88 caught us. Once he got on my outside, I mean, I was already too loose anyway, by myself, and then with him on the outside, I couldn't hold him off.
All right, good day. Brian Vickers finishes second. Let's go to victory lane with the surprise upset, and there's a lot of happy fans around here, Shannon.
Brad Keselowski from Rochester Hill, Michigan, winning at his home track. Had dreams of making it big time in racing, and now he gets his 3rd win in the 2009 season. Congratulations, Brad. Walk me through that last lap. When did you know that you were able to make the move on the 18 and the 32?
I saw him bobble in 3 and 4 there at the 1 to go, and
I had him. I knew it. I knew I could get to the outside and kill the 32. I wasn't sure about the 18, but I don't know what happened to him. So, oh my God, I won at home. I'm speechless. I can't believe it. I'm terrible here, and to win here is a major accomplishment and something for everybody at Junior Motorsports to be proud of. And I can't believe I won here. It's so cool to win in front of your hometown fans, and I got to thank all of them that came out tonight, because I don't know what you guys saw, but it looked like one heck of a show. And this GoDaddy.com Chevrolet was awesome. This whole series is awesome. Nationwide does such a great job with it. To put on a race like we did today, that was just phenomenal. And I can't believe it. I'm in Victory Lane in Michigan. I just can't believe it.
You have your family here, your friends here. How many times as a young boy did you dream about winning here at this track?
Oh, man, I've been coming here since I was 4 or 5 years old, probably younger than that. That's the earliest I can remember it. And with my mom and dad, to win here, just, wow, it's just speechless, amazing. I can't thank everybody enough that's helped me get to where I'm at right now. This is awesome, really awesome. Thanks, everyone.
We'll let you go celebrate. Congratulations to Brad Keselowski, the entire Keselowski family, and Junior Motorsports.
Guys, you think just this Saturday nationwide race doesn't mean a lot to these drivers? We've seen a little bit of everything, but pretty exciting.
Tell you, that was one happy young man right there. He is really pumped up, that's for sure. He deserved it. He drove hard.
And what a finish.
You know there ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't.
NASCAR Nationwide Series Carfax 250 at Michigan International Speedway is presented by Carfax. And in part by Nationwide Insurance, official auto insurance partner of NASCAR.
That's one of my favorite sayings. You can't leave these races till they're over, because you never know what's going to happen. After Brian Vickers and Kyle Busch led 110 of 125 laps, Brad Keselowski is celebrating a home state win in Victory Lane. Meantime, David Reagan finally has a top 10 finish here in Michigan. Jamie?
And it's David Reagan who carries the flag today for Roush Fenway Racing. Finished fourth. You said, man, it's pretty quiet. I was minding my own business. The show was ahead of me. But take us through your race today, David.
Yeah, I would have liked to have been up there and all that excitement. Our discount tire Ford was fast, and, a little disappointed to have such a fast car and not be able to capitalize, have a shot at the win. But, our pit crew did a nice job, and it's probably one of the best nationwide cars I've had from the start of the race to the end. We didn't have to change much. So, my hat's off to Mike Kelly and all of our discount tire team. And like I said, just a little boring the last few laps. I was trying everything I could to get up there, just needed a little something extra to get there.
Perhaps a fourth place gives him the confidence he needs going into the Cup race tomorrow.
And again, first top 10 in the Nationwide Series here at Michigan for David Reagan. We're sorry it was boring for you, David, where you sat, but it was great for us watching that three-way fight for the win, and Brad Keselowski having the pictures taken and doing the interviews in Victory Lane. Coming up next on ESPN2, when we're done here at Michigan, it's Lucas Oil NHRA Nationals from Brainerd, Minnesota qualifying. That's tonight. The finals are tomorrow night at 10 Eastern, also on ESPN2. Don't forget our NASCAR Now pre-race show from Michigan, 5-Hour Energy, presenting at 10 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow on ESPN2. And the post-race edition late night Sunday, also ESPN2. And our Sprint Cup coverage is the Carfax 400, 1 Eastern on ESPN tomorrow, beginning with NASCAR Countdown. And after today's race, this NASCAR Nationwide Series moves to Thunder Valley, Bristol Motor Speedway next Friday night, 7:30 Eastern on ESPN2. Back to hear from our backseat drivers next. Rochester Hills, Michigan, the hometown of Brad Keselowski, just about 100 miles from this Michigan International Speedway, where for the first time, Mr. K is holding the trophy. Brad has outrun Kyle Busch and Brian Vickers to win today's Carfax 250. We've heard from the top four, the fifth place finisher, Kevin Harvick's with Dave.
Well, if I follow this right with Kevin today, the big swing worked to a degree, and then you sort of dialed yourselves out because you went back to what you had at the start of the race. Is that right?
Yeah, we kept making it worse there with air pressure and stuff. So, well, the biggest thing there at the end, we were able to leave the fuel out of it because the car was just so loose, and that's what we fought all weekend. We probably got a little bit too aggressive on front downforce for the weekend, and coming to Michigan and California probably needs something a little bit different for our Jimmy John's Chevrolet. So the guys did a great job hanging in there. They had great pit stops all day. That's the best we've been on pit road all year. Made up ground every stop, and they kept us in the game, and we kept making our car better as we got to the last run. We didn't make it better all day, but the last run we made it better and made a top 5 out of what I thought was a 10th to 15th place car.
Kevin, you're busy in the rest of the year in this car. What does this day tell you about how well you guys are doing?
Well, I look at it as our race team is maturing. You know, you're competing against the guys in the top 5 that have pretty mature race teams and been around the sport for a long time. And this particular group that we have now has been together for a while. We got the pit crew straightened out, and those guys all get along. And you know, when they make a mistake, they're beating themselves up about it, and when we make mistakes, we beat ourselves up about it. So, you know, the best thing about it is we can go back to the shop on Monday and talk about what we need to do different, and have that all written down, and come back and make it better next time.
And maybe another top 5, guys.
All right, Dave, thanks. And besides the Keselowski win, the other headline of the day, Carl Edwards finishing 40th after being involved in a lap 3 crash. The lead for Kyle Busch in the Nationwide Series Championship, the largest of the season. Keselowski gains just a little bit of ground. So for some final thoughts from our backseat drivers in the booth, guys, what'd you think?
I think we have to do it again, guys. It was a lot of fun. We had a great race to do it with, too.
Yeah, we sure did, boy. It was a lot of fun, guys. A lot of back and forth. Good stuff.
That was great. You know, 2 leaders, three wide for the finish. Great pitch strategy, 2 tires. So a lot of fun.
2 tires, 4 tires, no tires. It was real confusing, I know that. But one thing that wasn't confusing was watching that 32 car. Brian Vickers dead sideways, holding on to it. Amazing job. Alan?
Guys, great job. Hope you had fun. We did listening. Tomorrow, it's the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series Carfax 400. We start with NASCAR Countdown, presented by Degree V12 at 1 Eastern. Nationwide Series next Friday night at Bristol, 7:30 Eastern, ESPN2. And next, Lucas Oil's NHRA Nationals qualifying from Minnesota. So Brad Keselowski wins. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. So long from Michigan.